Okay, so that is some thorough thunder. My name is Jay Cephas, and this video game is Love, Sam. That's dork. This was a game that I found on the Steam. Something that was said to be fairly scary. Something a little different. So let's just jump into it. Let's get over the frills and just do what we do. Okay, my dirty little secrets. Read on to move on. That's gone. Okay. The last human on Earth was sitting alone in a room. There came a knock on the door. I never cared for keeping a diary, but now seems to be a good time to start keeping one. Why? Because after all these years, I just can't forget about what used to be the light of my life. I know, overdramatic much? Knowing Brian Colmer, this dude, as much as I did, is bound to leave that big chunk of residue. Let's just say this diary is what's left of our relationship. 3 years. No, I'm not gonna lie. This perspective is wigging me out a lot. Like, I keep thinking, oh no. Okay. Keep going. Keep focused. 3 years. No, 3 years have passed, and the world around me is still the same. Well, except for me. I look like a mummified corpse. What would B say if he saw me again? B left Rosen Peak the moment he graduated high school to go to a fancy college of his dreams, and since then I could only rely on my memories of him to keep on going. I wonder if it was the same for him too. When you love someone, his whole existence just gets etched into your brain, so no matter how much B changes, I will always know it's him. But will B do the same for me? I know B liked me a lot too, but he was not the most likely person to remember stuff. Considering how long 3 years felt for me, it's possible he did forget about me. Or am I giving him too little credit? So here comes the big question. Will he remember me? What is that? Yes? Yes, he will. Yeah. Don't do that. Whatever you're doing, don't. I don't like it. I don't care for it. I have to take the pencil and be penciling. Yes, he will remember me. Do I put the pencil down now? Thank you. Okay. Oh my God. Who am I kidding? It's B we're talking about. We didn't have the most perfect relationship, but he won't just dump his memory of me down the toilet or something. He's too much of a nice guy for that. And don't forget Q. Don't screw with me, man. Don't be screwing with me, man. And don't forget cute. I just hope our time together was meaningful enough to him. Enough to make him cherish even the darkest ones. That door is just, it's going to open and there's going to be bad on the other side. Speaking of cherishable memories, I wonder what happened to Joe's Diner. Used to be my favorite place, naturally, because it was B's favorite place to begin with, and I don't have opinions of my own. If there were two things that were too good for Rosen Peak, it would be Brian and Joe's Diner. Home of the best pancakes in the world, said Brian Comer. Hey, look, it's Joe's Diner. Burger and pancake. 5 stars. I'm watching that damn door. Things were so much easier back then. B could just go, hey, and I would be like, hey, I'm talking. Nothing but hanging out after that with some occasional visit to Colton Hill. We had such a good thing going. I really don't like that I'm like hunched over my desk like this. Hello? Hello? Okay. I'm sure there's nothing wrong with that. That's dork in here. It's awful dorking. Why is it so dork in there? Please tell me that's just a mechanic and that's not something in here with me. I've already done my damn ghost adventures. Oh, that's pleasant. A little automagical light there. Yes. Ow, my face. Cool. Cool. What's this? What's this? Lovely painting. Okay, so back to my adventure diaries here. Moving on. That page is ruined. I just wanted to say hello every time I called him. But what I want to do and can do are two different things, as always. Just enjoying B's presence on the other side of the phone was satisfying too. In a way, I am freaking trying to read my diary. What are you doing? Oh, here's a light switch. Ah, yes, quite. God, could that be any louder of a footstep in there? Yeah, I'm going to let that close because I don't like it. Okay. Just enjoying B's presence on the other side of the phone was satisfying too, in a way. Hi. I imagine him eagerly waiting to hear something other than my breath. Please don't breathe at me. I'm a big man, big strong man. Frick, what? Okay, good. Yes, of course. But of course. Why would the damn thing not open up? Why would it not? Why would it freaking not? Hello? Who's screwing with me? Damn it. Give your composure back. Drink from your skull mug. It's just a damn game. What the hell? That is a debut outfit. I admire your confidence, Sam. And with that, my whole high school years were probably over. First day of new school, and the new girl in town got classified as undesirable by what seems to be the queen of Wayride Academy. I spent last night telling myself, confidence, Sam, confidence. But looks like I should have spent the time picking better clothes. I try not to care too much about blending in, but these kids already look at me like I'm candy handed out by strangers. The package seems fine, but you know there's something fishy in there. Judging from their whispers, I could figure out they didn't know Wayride even accepted transfers. It's been less than 24 hours since I moved to Rosen Peak, and I already enjoy sitting alone in my dorm more than attempting to socialize with people who call me City Girl. Well, screw you, hillbillies. Screw you! Besides, I decided not to force myself into making friends after how my old friends decided to turn on me. I just hope these guys leave me alone, at least. Keeping a diary sure can help keep things together in all the chaos. I haven't kept a diary since kindergarten, but this seems like a good time to restart. Kudos to Mom for giving me the advice. Aw, shoot, almost forgot to call Mama. Write you later, diary. My one true friend, Love, Sam. So I wish I could sneak into people's minds, look beyond their eyes, just by staring. If I had that power, I would never stop looking through B's window. Is the power starting to flicker? Is the power damn starting to flicker? I will scream like a tiny, tiny girl. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That thing, don't do that. For me, as clear as the moment he left, so clear the downfall of the relationship still cuts deep into my heart. Blood! Yeah, life in Rosen Peak was... Why is that? Life in Rosen Peak was a jar filled with bittersweet candies. Not exactly tasteful, but I learned to enjoy it. Nevertheless, it's where my heart lies. I don't like the fact that it was going uppercase and lowercase and all that. I'm a get up. You know what they say. Too much reading is bad for you. Ah, yes. Soothing light of the refrigerator. Yes. The dishes I've not washed. This is nice. My little kitchen area here. Let me just see what's going on in the bathroom with the light on. Okay. Hey. Yeah. Cool. Close that. Just bounce over here real quick. And, yeah, we'll just turn the page. Wrote a poem in B's memory. He used to struggle with Miss Lasley's poetry practices, even if he didn't have to try that hard. Miss Lasley always told us poetry is not about using fancy words. Let your feelings do all the work. Well, this is how I feel. I stand at his doorstep, heart filled with desire. He rushes down the stairs, heart red like fire. But before his spirit can soar, first he must answer the door. That damn door knocks. F, 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 F. I don't like it. F, F. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Hello? Oh, no.
Oh, no, I don't like that one bit.
No. I don't believe I will. Where does Samantha keep her shotgun at? I just feel like this would be a situation that would call for some modicum of home defense. Yeah, I don't like that. God. Just... Stacy's a classic. FYI, she's the one who talked crap about my favorite vintage shirt. It's like she jumped straight out of a cheesy teen drama. Blonde, hot, always talking, and a cheerleader. She even has a beefy jock for a boyfriend. I didn't want to start talking about someone already, but how could I resist? Every time I get in Stacy's view, triggered an obvious backbite. I'm seriously starting to think she's under a curse that kills her if she stopped talking about someone else. I'm Stacy. I'm pretty. Sadly, coping with her bitchiness wasn't the hardest part of the day. Mom called again, and as far as she knows, it's just rainbows and butterflies here in Rosen Peak. I can still remember the complicated face she made when I told her that my application was accepted by Wayrite. None of us were expecting them to approve a transfer request for an 11th grader. Even if she told me she understands my need to move out of the city, I really feel guilty for leaving her alone. You already used up your last quote-unquote runaway chance, Sam. Get yourself together. If not for you, for Mother. Eh? Oh, God, no. Other Wayrite kids were so predictable the doors were already open before I even put my hand on the knob. But B's door was closed shut and so beautifully painted. Everyone liked him, but couldn't get him to open up. What in the crap is this? Abstract-looking ass art. I knew there was something more behind that pretty paint, something behind his bright smile. But on the other hand, being able to hang out with him was a good enough blessing for me. Enough to make me want to never leave his side. Never, ever. Nope. 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 Don't like this. Why'd the rain stop? It's still raining. Why'd the rain stop? God, that clock is loud as piss. What do I do? I know I'm gonna be wrong no matter what I do. God, that is the loudest. I guess I have to go into here and look outside. We're funny now. I see how it is. Oh, what? You want to say something? What the? Ooh, don't like that. Don't like that. Now, what am I supposed to do about this? It's so damn dork. Do I have to go turn on all the damn lights? I really want that light to turn on a lot. Oh, glorious, glorious refrigerator light. Thank you for always being there for me. My first Rosen Peak weekend. As the name itself gives away, the small town fits perfectly as a setting for a mystery/horror genre. Lush forests, endless hills, and a lake that I'm certain is hiding a couple of dead bodies. I could pay a visit one day and take some gorgeous shots. As for now, I'm just going to leave those POI on my to-do list, which is already filled with crazy amounts of homework. I now know why youngsters of Wayrite will try their best to get as far away from school as possible. after class to escape from choking on the pressure that the teachers give them. Even on weekdays, pretty girls like Stacy will have their boyfriends give them a ride, and others make use of the power of public transportation to get to the more crowded part of town. It does feel too quiet with no one left in school, but at least I don't feel as lonely as I was in San Diego. At least I feel like something's moving somewhere. At least I don't have to watch everyone I know turn their faces away like I'm some kind of a demon spawn. At least I don't have to be reminded how effed up things can be in a single moment, like when I drop this page. Moving on won't be easy, but as long as I keep myself busy, it won't be that hard. It's my weekend plan. I'll just improvise in the morning. Write you later, love. Sam. B was always pushing his limits. Well, it was more like he was always being pushed, but he was good at it. That's why he naturally became the best quarterback of the team while maintaining a high grade for a star player. Of course, he was the best at everything. But he was the best quarterback Wainwright asked for. Seeing him running all sweaty on the field always triggered something tingly within me. Something that made me want to catch him behind his back and never let go. All sorts of feelings and thoughts were pumped restlessly into my brain with every heartbeat. It gave me a bad headache. A good kind of bad headache. I wanted it to stop. I wanted it to never stop. But as soon as B gave me that all those headaches were washed away. It used to be the best prescription I could ask for. Take away the pain and let only the good things stay. Hi? I would really like to be able to turn my lights on, please. Because I feel like I would really like my lights on, please. How many cork boards do we have? Oh no! Oh no, no! Put that right there. For a boarding school, Wainwright intellectuals are not that interesting in becoming intelligent. I visited the library today, and two things surprised me. The place was much bigger than the one in my old school. Someone could get lost in here. I had a strong feeling that people rarely visit the library, maybe because they feared being lost in there. The place was too clean. Even the books showed little sign of human touch. Now I feel sorry for complaining about Miss Lasley's book assignment. I wonder if Stacy is even thinking of picking a book, with her admiring her boyfriend Kyle's tattoo all day. I doubt she has spare time to do that. Is she depending on Kyle to do the reading for her? Seriously? According to what I saw so far, he's either busy reacting to whatever's coming out of Stacy's mouth or working up some shenanigans with his jock buddy. Brian, was it? So yeah, right. In the meantime, I should be more concerned about myself than the well-being of the whole school. We're too cool for books! Open those eyes, no need for words. The sweetest love songs those eyes utters. So turn around and sing for me. Who the hell are you? Get out of my house. Oh God, no. This is... At least the light's back on. For what little that's worth. Oh really, can I have my light back? I miss my light. Of course I can't. I really don't want to turn around, like at all. I beg your pardon. Privacy, please. What am I going to do with this stick? Visited the library again. A bit more people than before, and among them was Brian. It's not worth a bother, but seeing Major Skank's boyfriend's Bud wandering around the library is uncanny by anyone's standards. He must have been there to pick the book for Miss Lasley's assignment. I almost got too close to him, trying to see what he was going to pick. I really hope he didn't notice that. I'd rather be known as a regular geek than a creepy one. A jock in a library? Well, now I've seen everything. Woe is me! I hate to admit, but seeing Brian at the library was today's only diary-worthy event. Probably because it's the only human interaction that didn't give me the sensation of someone talking behind my back. At least today's entry is a tad more meaningful than what I wrote yesterday. I need to revise my book options now. Write you later, Sam. I wish a lot, that you would stop that. That you would quit. You're a malarkey, sir. Yeah, it's really weird that whoever took a picture of me from that chair right there. What is... Oh no. Oh no. I miss him, even when I'm with him. I see him, even when he's not looking. I'm trying to piece together kind of the... I just really wish you wouldn't. I really wish we wouldn't. I just have a lot to say that is not positive about this whole damn experience. Oh, it won't let me turn the page. I have to do a thing. What is that thing? I just have a really bad feeling that is going to be a horrendous jump scare in a little bit. Glorious glow. Oh God, no. Oh God, no. Oh, I have to probably take the stick and go do stick things with it. I swear to God, I'm going to poke you so hard. It was Mr. Kane's ninth psychology class, and he still managed to come up with another lame activity. This time, he gave each of us a sheet and made us write down some of our own personal traits. For the next 10 cringy minutes, I managed to squeeze out some of the aspects of myself that I could hate less. After that, Mr. Kane told us to think about whether or not others would agree to each of them. He called it re-engaging the perspective toward oneself, blah, blah, blah. Wow, like I really needed to reevaluate my stupid self. But it's not the subconscious exercise that's bugging me right now. When the papers were being passed around, Brian, yeah, him again, kinda like smiled at me. It's 11 p.m. now. Why am I still writing about this? It's most likely an accidental glance, but I still don't know why the very image hovered in my head for the rest of class. Okay, the rest of the day. Stupid brain probs. Want an excuse for screwing up today's math test. Get out of my brain! Bruh. Who the hell are you? And where's my stick? Did you take my stick, dude? I'm definitely not going to go sit back at that damn thing now with, him in here. Okay. As the time we spent together grew longer, one question kept on growing with it. What does the me in B's eyes look like? Does he see me as I see him? I'm watching you. Freaking watching you. I swear to God, if you come up and put your damn little pencily fingers on my shoulder while I'm trying to read my book, I will sure you can you right directly into the sun. Okay. Does he see me as I see him? Does he see me as I see myself? What? Does he see me as I want him to? I screamed in agony. There was nobody around to even hear it. I'm about to freaking... Really wish I had my stick. Will others think that I... Hey, enough. Enough with that. Enough with that and enough with you. Let's think that I do not overthink. Sure. Never lie to my friends. Others for my... I could just see with each mark on my paper, like a little man getting closer and closer to me. I'm just going to rail through these real quick. Never use others for personal gain. Yeah. Won't betray anyone. Yeah. Never act on impulse. Please. Oh, there's one more question. No, I'm not a freaking freak. But you are, wherever you are. You. I was returning some of the books I had checked out when he came out of nowhere. Hey, anything worth reading? I never thought the voice was aimed at me, but my heart was somehow already skipping a beat. Brian had to tap me on the shoulder to get my complete attention. Sam, right? I saw you going in and out of the library, he said with buttery voice. It's not like I've been stalking you or anything. I come here from time to time, too, to get the stupid assignment out of the way so I can focus on my games. He said he couldn't find anything interesting to read, and since all he could think of were comics, he could use some guidance. My mind was still jumbled up from the ambush. All I remember saying is, "How about Misery? Stephen King's works are good enough to get you started, because boys like any story with blood and breaking bones, right?" Oh, God. I don't recall how the rest of the conversation went, but I'm certain he said, "See ya later," at some point, and I said, "Yeah, see ya." Misery. Real nice, Sam. If Brian didn't know you were a weirdo, he does now. Why is there spatter on the... Oh, and somebody redid all my answers for me because somebody here does not care for me. What I did for B. All of them. Because I loved him. Why couldn't he just understand? Others were nothing but poison. I was the only one who truly cared, but B didn't even appreciate the things I've done for him. I never wanted a drama. I wanted a poemish life. A tender, subtle love story written only for his eyes. It's totally fine if no one else gets it, as long as B does. B was always welcome in my world. I gave him the key to it. Even if he lost it, he could always come back to our world to find it. And I think it's a good time to come back now, B. Let's go back to our small world, where I placed my triple hearts, and everywhere you loved. Let's go back. The fire station, the diner, the park, the arcade, the gym, the bookstore, the salon, the music store, donut shop, Golden Hill. Oh, do I have to draw hearts on things? I have a heart. A little sticky heart. So what, am I having to find hearts now? My face again. Now do be really confusing here. Don't know where I'm supposed to be finding these hearts at. Could you stop, please? I feel like I'm supposed to do something heart-related here. Other than, my own personal heart trying to fall out of my chest. Oh, that one's locked. That one's locked, guys. Oh, key! It took me a long time to do that. 'Cause I'm an idiot. Oh, goody. I get to go on with the game now. I'm watching you. I'm watching all of you. Oh, no. Turns out the lake does have a history of having dead bodies in it. Oh, wow. I know this because I visited there. I visited there because Brian took me. Wow. It all happened so fast. I was outside the yard reading when Brian appeared out of nowhere again. He said, and started telling me how he actually enjoyed the book and how he never read the same book twice in his life. And since he was heading out, he offered me to give me a tour of the town. 10 minutes later, we were passing Joe's Diner, home of the world-famous pancakes, says Brian. There was also an arcade across the diner. Brian hates the place because it's teeming with 10-year-olds. The donut shop was Brian's must-go-to place, too, unlike the music store, which, according to him, seriously needs a restock. I found my own point of interest, a bookstore. It was weird seeing a bookstore in a gym, standing side by side, though. At the end of the tour, I finally got to taste the sweet pancake Brian worshipped. Out the window, I could see the weird, gigantic hill that was also visible from my dorm room. Brian revealed that it's a secret base of some kind, since few people actually visit Cotton Hill. He jokingly said he could take me there when I'm cool enough. After dinner, Brian dropped me off at the bus station and drove off to meet up with his friends. I was exhausted, but hyped beyond limits. I can't sleep. How can I when the whole day just feels like a dream? I feel like things are about to get very ramped up. Okay, so one at the diner, one at the donut shop, one at Cotton Hill, right? That was it, right? The diner, the donuts, and yes, of course. So I want to make sure. I freaking knew it. I miss Morning Dew Bakery. B never shuts up about his donuts. So tasty. They did taste sweet, just like B's heart. Each bite was another bite. Another bite, another memory to savor. Just like a donut, it had an expiration date. It turned cold and bitter. Stop. I don't know where you are, but I miss its warmth. I miss its sweetness. I need it. I need to eat it up. Huh. Donut. Hey, all right. I got a donut. What am I do with this donut? Do I eat it? Do I sit down and eat the donut? Do I have to eat the donut? Maybe I have to eat the donut. You put it in the microwave and you alright. Some freak ass watching me microwave my donut. F! Stop your screwy stuff. The golem's just obliterated the hammerheads today. I know now why they say Brian and Kyle are more than buds. I would have called them an awesome duo too if only Kyle wasn't an assload of douche. I mean, the guy has his name tattooed on his arm. Call me old-fashioned, but I think he should go to a hospital and get that ego checked, because it must be swollen huge. At least he leaves me alone other than giving me that creepy stare when I pass by. I understand how Stacy can keep hanging out with him, but Brian? They do say we sometimes become friends with those who are at the opposite ends, so maybe it's not such a weird thing. For me, the real win was the photos I took of Brian. Watch out for Sam Holt, the rising teenage stalker. Bringing the Polaroid camera I brought years ago during my camera geek phase seems like a good idea now. Sigh. I know I promised myself to stay away from people, stay away from the drama, but when I look at Brian, when he talks to me, it feels like maybe, just maybe, it's okay to have a little drama for myself. I'm not ready to define what this feeling is, but for now, I'm going to label it as looking for a shoulder to cry on and just shove it under my bed like the pictures I took today. What about my donut? Just fling it right on over there. What am I supposed to do with this? Like, does this have a purpose? There's just a red pin. A pin. I don't know, maybe it doesn't. I hated every moment that I was not with B. I was helpless. Every day I wanted to call him just so we could chat, but I was afraid of what Brian would think of it. It could even hurt his reputation. When I finally worked up the nerve to call, all I could do was listen to him say, "Hello." That was as far as our late-night phone call chit-chat would go. I hung up, wondering if he knew who was on the other end of the line. I remember the strong burning sensation that came every time I called him, that red, fiery sensation. Red. So effing red. Red everywhere, Sam and Brian, S&P Sam and Brian. Finish what you started. Well, you know, it's what I'm doing. I don't like this. Oh, the pen goes Dale. I can do this. I'm a wizard drawing. Okay, I'm gonna try to finish my... Bah! What? What? Oh, and now there's hearts everywhere. Hello? Hello? Well, what more do you want from me? I drew my heart down there. I swear on a lot of things if I have to go into that damned bathroom.
Oh, I don't like where this is going one bit. Oh no. No, 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 no. I don't like this at all.
Draw a heart, draw a heart, draw a ha 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 da 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 da. Close that ish back. I'm just keep drawing hearts because love always wins. Hello? Hey, you got me. Hey. All right. What the... once more into the breach. Do I have to draw the heart a certain way? Is that what I'm understanding here? Stop screwing me! Oh. Oh, look. A note. Sam, meet me at Cotton Hill. You know where to find. That's genuinely terrifying. That's genuinely freaking terrifying. Then I go on the big board. Due date for Miss Laszlo's book report is right around the corner. I'm still not finished. Only if I wasn't too disturbed. Normally I wouldn't bother reading a teen romance story, but for some reason I thought, hey, why not? Premise for Mingled itself is pretty generic. Jenny has a huge crush on her childhood friend Michael, but she can't get Michael to think of her as more than just friends. She reaches a conclusion that it's because of all those girls around him. So she starts making a list of all the basic girls who also have a crush on Michael. What she's planning to do with the list is yet to be revealed. If I can finish reading the book by tomorrow, I'll be able to finish the report with enough time for a revise. A+. P.S. I wonder how Brian is doing with his assignments. Why am I interested? Because he's been asking for my help with some of his works, and I gladly agreed to. Why would I do that? Because by helping Brian focus on his practices so he can bring trophies to our beloved school, it's safe to say I'm part of a bigger cause. Not like I'm doing this for personal reasons. Right? I wanted to read Brian like a book, to peep into his beautiful head, fill it with the desires I had to secretly incubate. Desires of whispering words like, don't leave me, don't go away, don't smile for others, please don't look away, please don't look away. I'm not looking up. My heart! Oh God, okay. Oh, I have to look at the thing in the middle there. Okay. Whew, God. Who needs cardio when your heart's pumping 100 miles a minute? Okay, I'm finishing what I started. Get off me. Hello? Oh, I can't look away. See, that's the thing. You want me to look away, but you don't want me to look away. I don't know what you want. You're sending the mixed signals. I just need to go and just look at my damn book and just not even be concerned with whatever it is. We do that. I get that. And then we look. And then she's going to come tug on my head. I know. I know. You just really are fighting me a lot right now. Please stop. Oh, my Duke. It is very dark in here. I can't read that. F you! Not okay, dude! Stacy invited everyone to the late post-victory party at her place this Friday. Weird that she told me. This is at the hallway herself. Sudden act of courtesy was enough to leave me frozen. But to think of it, a self-conscious beauty queen like Stacy would love showing off how tolerant she could be. I'd prefer celebrating quietly in my room, but since the party is practically being held for Brian, I thought it would be sort of rude for me not to be there. He was nothing but nice to me since I met him, so the least I could do was show up. Plus, I could probably witness the face Stacy makes when she sees me actually having the nerve to show up. Maybe, just maybe, I could even piss her off if I managed to strike up a conversation with Brian. An Omega hanging with an Alpha? Gal would be busy comforting Stacy, fuming about how I mess up her ecosystem. No peer pressure, Sam. Just clean drinks and hopefully some casual talk with Brian. What could possibly go wrong? Like staring into closed eyes. I could never know if B knew I was looking at him. Did he even know I was there? Maybe he knew, but simply didn't care. The only thing, looking back, is my decaying sanity. I wanted to look away so much, but what's the point when the stench is still there? I started to think the only way to get B's attention was to throw myself off Colton Hill. How did I come so low? All I wanted was a chance to show how I feel about B without any noise getting in the way. I still could have had some peace with Brian, despite all the S I had to deal with. I'm starting to get a clear picture of what's going on here. I don't know that I'm Sam. I could be Brian. I don't know. We're playing the game. That's just my mini theory here. Brian was super likable. Everyone liked everything about him. They couldn't stop smiling when Brian started talking. The smiles they gave him made me want to puke. They smile as if their relationships with Brian mean much more than the one I have with B. I like how when she's talking about like them, it's B. When everybody else is Brian. And yet, I was the only one left with a broken heart when he left Rosen Peak. I hate that. I hate it a lot. Don't do that. B was so determined about leaving that being a star player wasn't enough for him. B needed to be a model student. And it says, pick me in a college admission like a spotless student record. He can't just shake up my world and leave. Oh, I'm coming for you. Oh. Is this what it is? Oh. It's just syringes. Suicide suspected in death of missing teenager. The girl is 17 who was found dead at I called it Cotton Hill. My bad. It's Colton Hill. You retconned everything. Likely ended her own life, police says. Sam Holt, a transfer student of Wayride Academy, had reported missing for 6 days until Rosen Peak authorities discovered her body in the forest. Due to days of heavy rain around the time of her death, the investigation of Miss Holt's death faced a few challenges. However, interviews with school faculty members and students led to the possibility that she threw herself off the cliff of Colton Hill after months of rejection from her peers. She was rarely seen with others, says one of her former teachers. She was even publicly humiliated just before her disappearance. Must have worked as the tipping point for her. Rosen Peak police say the fall did not kill Sam instantly. It's possible she gasped for air through her broken neck before dying. Oh man, everything's gone wrong. All my senses are screaming in pain. I don't remember drinking any booze. The pain only escalated the moment Brian texted me, "You feeling okay?" No, I was not okay. And why is Brian asking me this? Did I do something to him? 3 question marks? According to Brian, I went from being quiet to crazy happy and cute, his words, not mine, real quick. I was so close to being the center of the party that he had to bring me back to the dorm. Why can't I remember any of them? Congrats, Sam. You've reached a new low in life. Shit. Is this it? This how I die? I sincerely asked Brian if there was a good place to kill myself. He said, maybe now is a good time to show you my secret hideout, since I passed the test by showing the whole school a different me. Is he seriously going to take me to his Colton Hill hideout? Tomorrow I'm going to the so-called most romantic place in Rosen Peak with Brian. There's something in my head that's keeping me awake, and it's not a hangover. Well, this is probably going to be bad. Yep. Prepare for the worst. I hate... Please go away, please. Wait a minute. Hold up. What the... Hold up. Something's... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Sam? Is that you? Sam. Don't do this, Sam. Sam? Yep, here we... This is a trip. This is a trip. OMG! Brian actually took me to Colton Hill. The hideout Brian mentioned had a wonderful view of a small town, the whole place under the golden sunset. The best part of the spot was that it's quite hidden and unsafe. You could easily roll down the hill if you're careless or drunk, and no one would find you for days. How awesome is that? Reverse foreshadowing. Being drunk with that wonderful moment didn't cause any accident, though. We sat there for less than an hour, but it felt like an eternity. I can't even remember what we talked about. I do remember saying how beautiful Rosen Peak is, and Brian being all meh about it. I guess you can get fed up with views like this too. Today's only regret is that I failed to bring the true essence of the hill's view back with me. There's a reason I gave up photography. At least the close-up shot of Brian was not half as bad. When I came back down from the hill, it became clear that my life just became a bit more messed up now. I know because I really want to talk to Brian again soon. Help me get to sleep quickly today, diary. Love, Sam. Brian's secret hideout, closed Colton Hill hiking route. Discovered by himself so he could hide from the world around him. Not a flashy place, but it had a great view. All the life's problems. I wished it would be our special place, ours and ours only. Colton Hill is nothing but a rock pile of blood-soaked memories now. Why did he have to break my effing heart? Was I just one of his many friends? Maybe that's it. That's why he wanted to leave, even after I told him we weren't be together anymore. He thought he was too good for Rosen Peak and me. And I was just a background in his picture. Please stop taking the pictures. I do not like it. I am a celebrity and I do not like the flash photographers. You don't deserve a face. Well, that seems like a very hate-filled thing to say. The book report was finished days ago, but I can't stop thinking about Mingled. Psycho. Right. Ma'am! Mal. 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 Please stop. I am begging you a lot. Please freaking stop! Oh, that was blood on the curtain. Oh, okay. Yeah. Hated all that. Hope you remember how to take a picture. Can I read my note? God. Thunder's loud. The book report was finished days ago, but I can't stop thinking about Mingled. Mostly because my stupid brain thinks I'm sort of like the main character, Jenny. To summarize the rest of the book, Jenny goes on this jealousy-fueled sabotage rampage on every girl who has a crush on Michael. I know it sounds horrible without context, but it's actually kind of cute. She finally stands on top, but Michael finds out what she's done. He breaks Jenny's heart by saying he can't be sure of who she is anymore. Things work out in the end, but that's not why I sympathize with the dorky
Psycho
girl. Brian is just like Michael, popular, killer biceps, busy hanging out with people, like people. I can't see what he wants because of all the noise around him. I know he wants to go to college, but what about beyond the boarding stuff? What kind of person does he like? What does he think about me? He told me about his mom, how she died of cancer last year. Must have been hard trying to look okay in front of everyone who's depending on him. Sometimes feel like he can't see me because he's so busy trying to meet everyone's expectations. I know how those around us can be hurtful, and it's dangerous to rely on them so much. I just wish I could tell Brian one day that I'm here for him. I'm going to take every picture I can. Brian got what he wanted in the end. A rocket! Wow! It left Rosen Peak as soon as he's given the chance. As for me, I was left to suffocate in the hole of tainted memories until I drown in my own endless nightmare. Don't leave me. Every day, every night, I'm surrounded by whispers, whispers that lie, that eat away at my brain piece by piece, no matter how I try to. Oh God, I hear them again. Yeah. One must take as much as one gives. Sure. Obsession is a stronger form of love. Yeah, no. No one can have what you... No? B never loved you. What? Not my fault. It's not my fault. Nope. Please. Your survey results looks like your eyes are still closed. It's like listening to your own voice only.
Keep listening then. Maybe you'll understand something this time.
Nope, I got nothing. It's getting worse. The effing S-hole town left a disgusting crack on my heart.
It's getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
Wait, hold up. Ah, yes, the final journal entry, maybe, I hope. Miss Lasley gave us an easy poetry assignment for once. She said it's okay to make a parody of the classics as long as we stick to the ABCB pattern, so I took the liberty of letting my imagination go ABC berserk. Here's a slight taste of my early work. Roses are red, violets are blue. My life would have sucked if it wasn't for you. That is... Fire up the guitars, guys. There's some song lyrics in there. Call me Sam Spear. Or is it Holt Spear? Who cares? I could have waited for Brian to ask for my help with homework again, but I decided to make the first move this time. And guess what? He said he can handle it alone. Call me paranoid, but I'm worried I might have hurt Brian's pride. That's what happens when Sam opens her idiot mouth or uses her idiot brain. P.S. I decided to carry my diary in my bag. The doors in the girls' dorm are way too easy to open. Not as easy as Stacy, though, if you know what I mean. I even saw one of the girls using a notepad to crack her door open. Besides, I have this weird hunch someone's been reading my diary. I've decided to not ignore this hunch. I see more and more eyes staring up at me through the gap. When I ran out of places to run, I had but one solution. Now my memories are scattered all over the dark. Now I must look for them. Please stop. Please stop. Please. Please, just stop. You cherish my smile. Really? What is that? Don't like any of this at all. Do not care for any of this, no any of this at all. Oh, I'm nowhere near where I need to be. God, I just have a lot of hate in my heart for what's happening here. It's on the ceiling. Probably in the bathroom. Hello. Hate that. Hate that a lot. A lot of hate in my heart for all these things that are happening. Hello. You know, kind of having to take rando. Hey. Oh, it's on the ceiling over here. It's really bothered me a lot. Alright. It's a puzzle. suck at puzzles. I would be lying if I said I wasn't maybe just slightly lost. I mean, if we're doing this as a poem is supposed to be, yep. With Brian preparing for a rematch with the Hammerheads, I once again gladly gave him a hand with the non-important homework stuff. I must say, the teachers here don't give their poor students a break just because the test is over. It's not like I'm burdened with helping out. But Brian is really trying hard to get good grades. From what I heard, he doesn't have much to worry about going to college since he's practically a local football star. Maybe his pushy police chief dad raised him to be an overachiever. It's funny how a model athlete like Brian got friends like Kyle who always find excuses to pull him out of school. It's unfair, really. As long as you're a sports star, you'll end up with douches like him, no matter how nice a person you are. I don't speak with Kyle much, but I don't need talk to know what he's like. First of all, his girlfriend's frickin' Stacy Lanings. The stare he gives me when I pass by is enough to creep me out for the whole day. It would be lucky if Stacy didn't come along and start yapping about how Brian is out of my league. She has Kyle to play with, so why does she even care? Like, ask your boyfriend out for a drive. Geez. Have a nice life with him so Brian can stay out of the poison he does not deserve. Well, somebody's at the door. I guess I need to go to the dead-gum door and look through the keyhole at something that'll spook the piss out of me. Oh. Oh, my. Hey. Friend? How you doing? Another unknown number. Be nice if you quit breathing into the phone. What? Wake up without waking up. I'm trying so hard to read my book. Oh, what in the hell is this? Not behind me, right? The toilet. All toilets can be spooky. I don't have a lot of love in my heart for this. I'm not smiling at... Oh, you're talking to... Language! Okay. Well, that got asked. Can I please leave? I can't say I'm real happy with the way things are going right now. That's a mighty long, dark hallway to have to go down. Just using my faith and trying not to... Oh God, I gotta go back. Back! Yes. Oh God. I knew what I had to do, but I panicked because it's kind of hard to see what's going on. Oh God! The thing's not there anymore. Ba 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 ba. What am I supposed to do? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Yeah, let me out, let me out. I don't know what to do. 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 Please leave me alone. Am I safe? Please God, tell me I'm safe.
This is for B. Pussy.
Push the shutter. Push it! Do it! Alright. I don't know what's going on anymore. Where even? I belong in the trash. The hell is this? Why am I playing in the bathroom? Just make it stop. I'm not turning around. I'm not turning around. Oh my God. I'm not turning around. I'm not turning around. Thud. What the hell? Place looks like it got ransacked. Jesus. Dude. Thought my house looked bad. There was a consulting session for Greenheart University student programs. They called it GUSP Law de Fou. At the gym today, I've seen his posters all over the school since the day I arrived. I had nothing better to do, so I decided to give a visit and spend my precious after-school time reading brochures. And once again, just like at the library, I was surprised to see Brian there. He was at the early decision program booth. I wanted to talk to him, but instead I ran from my room, jumped on my bed, and out of nowhere tears started to drop. I bet it was because of those stupid hearts. Yep, I saw those hearts again. Now they were on the gym walls too. Whoever drew them must be very insecure about the relationship. Insecure like me. Deep down, I know I want my own hearts on the walls too, but seeing Brian at the university booth felt like finally getting punched by reality. I have no idea what I'll be doing in a couple of years. I thought of staying here at Rosen Peak, but with Brian preparing to leave, there's just no point to it. No Brian, no hearts on the wall. God, it's like my brain's creating a storm. I'm just gonna lie down for a bit. Hopefully I'll wake up next week. My life is nothing but a repetition of waking up with nothing to live for. Not even a false hope to look forward to this time. Long ago, when I finally got to accept feelings for Brian, I thought everything was going to change, but every day was still just like every day. He was still a school star. I was still his friend. When you live in Rosen Peak, people expect things to stay the same. If anything changed between us, it could ruin B and everything around him. So that's how it went. Nothing changed when my whole world burned. Kept telling myself, maybe after graduation, maybe I'll be able to express my feelings for him and let the fire in my heart eat through my soul and body. I called myself a coward. But I chose to keep what little joy I had to enjoy. I was a poor kid, curled up in a bed. Poor? Do I really deserve that charity title? Am I really the victim of all this? Who's here to judge me anyway? It's all over. Everyone left me. Why do I have to feel like I'm being chased? Like someone's always watching me? Like someone's always trying to judge me? How'd the invite go? She in or not? Oh, she's coming. Sweet! Time to give her the drama she wants so bad. Am I a jerk? Is B. Rye a jerk? Would appear so. I know I used to have to start writing about Stacy being a bitch, but now she's just unstable. Wasn't even past the first class when I saw her arguing like crazy with Kyle. Heard her shouting something like, "I'm done with doing this for you," before storming away. Then she saw me. I was her next target. She strutted towards me and said, "This is all your fault. Why don't you go back to effing San Diego?" Whoa! What did I do? She was off before I could even open my mouth. I turned to Kyle for answers, but he was gone too. Come to think of it, I rarely saw them hanging out recently, but I didn't know things were this intense. Brian's been acting weird too, though. He hasn't talked to me much recently. He even looks somewhat more upset than usual. I finally tried to ask him what was wrong, but he cut me short, asking if I called him again last night. All I could give was a blank face until Brian said, "Never mind," and walked away. What was that about? What do you mean by again? Calling him in the middle of the night for no reason is something I've dreamed of, but that doesn't mean I actually did it. What the hell? Because of her. The moment she came into our lives, what little I had enjoyed started to crumble. Only bad changes can happen in my life, no matter how hard I try to protect it. City girl, just asking to become an outsider. That's all she was to me. Hell, that was all she was to everyone else, even to B. But then, I saw them talking at the library. I couldn't see clearly, but I knew it was B's face. He was making her smile. It was another smile taunting my feelings for B. No one would ever know what kind of emotions I was hit with at that moment. A change was happening, and I didn't like it at all. Stacy didn't like it either. And she could never stand letting an easy social prey slip away from her. Naturally, Stacy took a peek into her diary one day. She took pictures of some of the entries and sent them along to me and her gang. She wanted everyone to join her twisted and childish game. Stacy? Bummer. Was hoping to do nasty stuff to her drunk ass. Still can't believe Brian had to take her away like that. Oh, I'm not Brian. Yeah. What? Well, needy bitches like Sam. She did mention something about her dad being in her diary. And she has some nasty daddy issues too. Got an idea. How about we show everyone how needy a bitch could be? Sounds fun, winky face, but how? Oh, just leave it to me. Just keep reading her diary once in a while. Bye. I am in the frickin' dark. Oh, wait. There's light. Yeah. What? Oh my god, I can't believe they're talking. But. I don't even know how to describe what happened this morning. This is effed up. My hands are shaking again. Started when I opened my locker and something poured out. For a few seconds my brain was cut off from whatever was happening. When I finally looked down, there were dozens of pictures scattered on the hallway floor. All of them were pictures of Brian with gibberish written on them. The whole school was at the hall. I looked at the pictures, then at me, then at the pictures. Brian was there too. The face he gave me, the face of disgust. He turned away and left. He didn't even say anything. I tried to chase him, say something, anything to him. But the floor started spinning and people started whispering like they knew what was going on. The air soon began to choke my throat. I swept what was on the floor and ran off to class. Of course, Stacy must have something to do with this. I looked for her, but she was nowhere to be found. The rest of the day was about nothing but avoiding eye contact with anyone. I can't sleep. Brian's not answering any of my texts. There's no one to talk to. The diary had no special meaning to me. Not until I read about how Brian took that cunt on a tour over the town. He had no interest in girls whatsoever, and suddenly now he's hanging with an outsider? That moment I got tired of doing nothing. I knew I had to do something, so I gave Stacy an idea. Who am I? Am I Kyle? The thunder says yes. It was going to be easy to spike her drink, get her wasted, and humiliate the shit out of the city girl in front of everyone. Only then would she know her place. It could have been so simple if only B didn't get in the way. B, he kept saying nothing was going on between them. Lies. But I wasn't going to believe everything was just rainbows and butterflies. What? In my eyes, Sam was using Brian to fill her sad, empty life, and I couldn't let that happen. She wanted drama she didn't deserve. She didn't deserve anything. She doesn't get to barge in and start stealing the life I've only dreamed of. Stacy kept doing what she does best, digging into other secrets. She sent pictures of the little S's diary pages to me. That's how I found out about their little trip to Colton Hill. It was our hideout since first year of high school, and her presence turned it into an effing nothing. How could B do this to us? And the way to break them apart was to show Brian what a creep she was. I kept reading the disgusting words she wrote on her diary. Blood! At the same time, I felt something, a reminder of how I felt when I fell for B. Who is this? How I felt so right and terribly wrong. Screaming into my pillow never helped with making the feelings go away. Did you find the diary yet? Babe, I think you're taking this too seriously. Did you find it or not? 2 question marks. I think she knows I'm sneaking into her room. Don't you think you're too obsessed with breaking them up? You're giving up now? Forget it. Please, babe. Maybe Brian doesn't even like the girl.
I said forget it.
What am I doing? I'm so tired. I'm so tired. What? School counselor called me today. Mr. Ferns asked me if the rumors were true. Rumors I've been leaving heart drawings all over the school. Rumors that I've been stalking Brian. At this point, the whole school must be out of its mind. I didn't even know the letters in the effing heart spelled S&B. And what, just because the initials are S&B, suddenly every name that starts with them are either Sam or Brian? And guess what even crazier words are on the streets? Sam Holt, the daughter of a child molester, craves forbidden love. How on earth did Stacy find out about Dad? Why would she do so much to up my life? And where the F is she? Is she? You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting for Brian to listen to me. I'm tired of looking for words to describe this screwed up situation. I can't believe I have to go through this again, so far from home and so soon. Brian, please. Please say something. And I remembered. She wrote something about her dad. Must have had something to do with her existence in my life. Started digging. Wasn't even a challenge. Keith Holt, arrested for sexually assaulting a teenager. It was beautiful. I found the perfect ending. All I had to do next was fill in the rest of the story. Oh, man, this has gotten screwed up. Sam Holt calls Brian from a payphone in the middle of the night and silently listens to his voice. Sam Holt takes Brian's picture and keeps them hidden in her locker. Sam Holt draws hearts all over the school to let others know Brian's hers. A needy city girl with serious issues. She was just a disaster waiting to happen. No one, even Brian, would think otherwise. Made all the preparations while Stacy spread the rumors I created. It was never easy. I once almost got caught taking a picture of Brian using the restroom. Weird. But I kept going. Every picture I took was a love confession I could never make. Every heart I drew was my sacrifice for him. And in the end, I got what I wanted. When enough suspicion piled up on Sam, I stuffed all the pictures I took into her locker. It was a happy coincidence that Bea was there to see the spectacular unfold when it happened. It was over. Things were about to turn back to normal. And then Stacy's drama-filled head exploded. Hide, coward. Hide! I knew this closet would be good for something. I'm done watching you get away with what you've done to me. Did you really think I wouldn't find out? That you've been using me to break Sam and Brian apart so that you can have some fun with her? Well, I had my share of fun when I told Brian what you've been doing. You should have seen the face he made when I got to the part of you drawing those retarded hearts all over the school. Hope you enjoy your happy life now if there's no Brian to get in your way. Oh, and BT Dubs, I saw you staring at that college poster. What, did you like the girl on the poster too? Is it why you tore face off? You need help. Don't bother calling me. Stacy. That was odd. Oh. And now there's... Please, man. Stacy got it all wrong. That's just a misunderstanding. I was just trying to prevent Sam from getting into your head. Please, B, don't do this. Text me back, please. The day Stacy told Brian was the last day he talked to me. He was so angry at me. He would just never understand what I did for him. So typical. Again, I was left alone to suffer. This time, someone had to pay for it. Huh. That's strange. There's a locker over here. Oh. Keep walking. Well, I don't think that was the right answer. Heavy breathing. Well, we're back here at the Coden Hill. That looks like old girl over there. Ah yes, the stick. My good friend the stick. No. 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 Uh, So Kyle done it. It wasn't a her thing, it was a him thing. It was an accident. I never meant to kill her, or maybe I did. Did I? But does it matter now? Did any of what I did matter? I left the team soon after what happened at Colton. After that, to school. From what I've heard, Brian easily got accepted to the university. He left town right after graduation. The fact that he's a star athlete with notable school record worked like a charm. He's been growing the idea of leaving Rosen Peak since his mom died. Living alone with his obnoxious dad didn't help much, being attached to his hometown. We never got to talk about it seriously. Brian didn't really want to, but every time he hinted about leaving, I tried so hard to ignore what it meant for me. Even those college posters all over the school were laughing at me. They were making fun of the impending doom. They were all saying, "Ha ha, see? You're going to die alone here." Maybe I knew. I knew that Bea took an interest in Sam because she was just a clueless new girl who was lonely enough to do anything for any guy who was nice to her. But jealousy is a strong creature. It quickly devoured my mind. Soon, anger took control of me, and I just needed someone to be mad at other than Brian. Even after he left me, anger stayed. It devoured me whole. And again, it's time to wake up. Wake up for what? Be greeted by the fact that I must start running around in circles again? That I must stick needles into my body so I can forget my past for a few effing minutes? It's just like that story Miss Lasley once told us about. The shortest horror story in the world. The last man on earth heard a knock on the door. I'm alone in my room. I'm alone in this world. Someone knocking on the door. I don't know who it is, but I keep that door locked. No one comes in. No one goes out. I'm so tired. I just want it to end. Just wake up. Just open the door. I don't care who or what's waiting for me. What about my diary, the one I've been keeping to remind myself how I'm a victim of everything that's happened? I don't know what I would do without it. What will keep me from going insane? So here comes the big question. Should I keep it? Ugh. No. No, it's time to admit. I've been keeping a memory of lies. I'm the only one to blame for the S I had to deal with. It's about time I burned it. But what after that? I could open the door out of here, face whatever's waiting for me, or I could just stay with the fire and let go. Whatever the choice. It's time to say goodbye. Flammable book. Hey, Sam. Hiya. I was finally awake. My head was aching from the desperate pumping of my heart. My burning lungs sucked in for air for what felt like an eternity. But I knew nothing was over. I needed to get what's coming to me. I told the police everything that happened 3 years ago. It won't fix what I've done, but at least I finally got the closure I deserve. I know it doesn't mean anything now, but goodbye, B. Wow. I'm really at a loss for words. Like this I'm really at a loss for words, man. This game took more than a few unexpected turns on me. And the story kind of kept me going. Like a lot. Like the way that, God, I'm still trying to process everything that just happened. Like the way that like you think you're in one perspective and then you start to wonder if you're in another perspective and you start to wonder if you're in another and you keep bouncing back and forth. I mean, it almost seems like there was purposeful misdirection to make you think that you were who you weren't who you actually were until the end, and then it goes from being like a scary sort of gotcha game to being more of like a psychological sort of thriller, and then ultimately like a game of damnation for who I presume it was Kyle who I was playing as the whole time. That was a lot, man. That was a lot. That was really, really good. I highly recommend this. Thank you again for the watching, the viewing, the subscribing, the sharing, and your undying support, of course. This was probably the longest one I've done. It is the longest one I've done yet. But hopefully we all had a good time, had some spoops, and had some laughs, and enjoyed the story along the way. And until next time, because I still do not have a fancy sign-off. Bye.
Shun-dun-dun-dun-dun.